Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode on our John Deere Farm. Today's theme is going to be bale work. Um, it's still December, it's still the month that we left off in the last episode where we finished up, well, we got our pigs basically. So we're going to be doing something similar uh, in terms of just work around the farm, not a ton of field work. But I want to get the straw bales out of our oat field, and in order to do that, we need to clear these hay bales off of this wagon. We'll get these in storage there, and then once we have our straw bales, I think I might sell them. So I'm going to go ahead and tab up to the 4020. There we go. Actually, while this is hooked up, I'm going to go ahead and clear the milk. And we haven't yet sold any cheese, but we have a couple cases of cheese there. If we take the load of straw, maybe I'll use this tractor to haul it with the front loader so we can take the cheese. We'll see if that's... We'll see if we even have time for that. It might take us longer to do the bale work than I think it will. Alright. There we go. And wow, another full load. Great. Good job, cows. Oh, we also have to do another TMR mixture for the cows so that they keep making us milk. So as you know, there's always plenty to do around the farm. Appreciate everybody checking out the episode. If you're new around here, this is a dairy farm that I made using basically, I call it vintage or old school, but it's really kind of late 80s, early 90s era. Some things, this 4020 is older, but this is very realistically something that you would see on a 80s, 90s farm, right? So it might actually be advantageous to go ahead and do the TMR mixture first. But we're going to be running this front loader pretty much the whole episode. So if you like watching that kind of thing, you came to the right place. I know these silage bales are kind of all over, and I understand that's a little bit frustrating for some folks, but they moved. I made them with the machine there, and then they moved on their own, so I apologize. Now, I also have to remember the math here on our mix. I think we want actually I think it's 12,000. So if we do 4,000 hay, 2,000 straw, whoops, and the rest silage, that should work. This is one thing that's more difficult with this save than my Case IH save is this TMR mixer is a little bit different, and we don't have the silo with the silage. We're using these sausage roll ones, so that's a little bit different. This one I can't put in like that. I have to just do 2,000 liters or thereabouts. It doesn't have to be exactly, but I know we're zoomed out a good bit here. Let's see if bringing it in will help me with my... So we go... Alright, I thought that was going to work, but it didn't. Alright, now we go down until we get to about 2,000. Oh, I went the wrong way? Okay. That may have thrown it off completely. We'll see here in a minute. If it does throw it off completely, we can dump it out on the ground and then just use the front loader. I mean front loader with the bucket. which isn't ideal, of course, but if we have to, we have to. So we'll hop out here and get this going. Is that actually stabbed? Or is it just like sitting on there precariously? I guess it's stabbed at the bottom. Alright, here's hoping that this will work. Are you kidding me? I couldn't have done that if I tried. Alright, try this again. This is supposed to be the easy, quick part, guys. This is supposed to be the part that I get done quickly, because then we have to... Is it going to turn brown? Please. What do we need more of? Probably silage. Let's take a look here. We have just a little bit too much straw because I kept it in. Okay, well, that's good. All we need to do is add in another silage bale and it will fix itself. Why did it do that other one? That's weird. There it goes. Turn. There it is. Okay. Once we get this in, once we get this in, we can come over and unload those hay bales, which will take a little while, and then we can head up to the field and try to get some of that straw. I'd like to do at least one load to take and sell. And after that, if we want to keep the rest, that's fine. But a little bit of income. I mean, if you are new to the series, if you don't know, we actually own a piece of property up there that we lease. It's like a warehouse, and they pay us per month. So we do have a steady income every month. So I'm not really worried about running out of money. We made a nice investment last episode in some pigs. So they'll take a little while before we see profit from them. But this is good. Get some TMR in here so the cows keep producing their milk. And I remember at the end of the last episode I was talking about what I want to do with the fields. And I remember I said I wanted to plant some potatoes back behind the calf and heifer pasture. And I wanted to plant sorghum. And I think I said in this field over here I was going to do soybeans, because we did a little bit of soybeans last time, but not a lot. So this big field here in the middle that was our cornfield is the one I haven't decided if I want to cultivate part of it or if I want to leave the whole thing fallow for the season. I don't know. I was expecting some input or suggestions from viewers on that, and I didn't get any. If you guys have any ideas what you think would make sense for the playthrough, do let me know. Alright, let's detach those. And okay, so last time I did a little bit of first person and it ended up being kind of fun. Okay, that looks level to me. Maybe down some. Oops, push the other side off, but I wish I would have left a section here where I could put these square bales. Let's go up close, but not against like I just did. Alright. Turn our head around here. I do wish we could go backwards a little bit faster, but it's a marathon, not a sprint, right? I could just push them all off so that I can get up in the straw field sooner. But that doesn't seem like the right thing to do. Might as well unload them properly. This is the let's use the front loader on the 4020 episode after all. Oh! Look, I didn't do that bad in physics in high school. Surprisingly. Wow, worked. I don't know if hooking up another tractor to the front there would be a good idea. Feels like a good idea. That way should level it out and I can keep the bales level. My big concern is that even if I can stab those bales, they'll be all crooked and it'll make it hard to stack them back there. Although that might be too high, it might not actually work. Okay. Well, it isn't pretty, but we got it to work. Probably should have done this off recording. Sorry guys if this is hard to watch. Really? Whatever. Alright, well, 2 stacks left. Can clean up that stuff on the ground after we get some straw. Done. How are we doing on the left there? Gosh, I want to hop out and check. Oh, look at that. A little bit of clearance. Not great, but it'll work. Okay, we'll get these last 2 stacks here, and we'll head up to the field. Actually, I might take it with that tractor so that it can stay level. There's a pole right here, isn't there? I think we can turn and miss it. Can we make this work? Wow. Look at that, like a real operator. Wish I could always do that smoothly. Alright. Do I want to go on the right side here? I guess so. That's fine. Don't need to be super close. we can head up into the field. And get some of this straw. I know I've got bales strewn about all over the place. Probably driving some people's OCD crazy, but with the capacity of the loader or the TMR mixer the way it is, we're going to be having to make a batch pretty much every day for the rest of the series. So if we have a couple bales laying around, that's not the end of the world. I didn't even bale this whole field. We don't really need the bales. So, boy, that's going to be hard to see all these. These weeds really got out of control. That's not ideal. Well, I want to at least get a load of them and take them to sell just for something different to do. That's going to hit that bale. These shadows are throwing me off. It feels like evening, but it's 10 o'clock in the morning. See, here you can see all the bales. So it looks like there's a fair number over to the right and in the middle there. Like if we do probably these two, those upper three, then those four over there, that will be a load. I might have to switch here, switch camera mode, because it's too hard to see over those weeds. So like if I get this one and I put it on top of this one over here. Yeah, I think we can do like 12 maybe. And then I'll use the tines to pick up our cheese. We'll try to sell straw and cheese. I'm not going to try to maximize and fit, extra bales on or pile it super high. Let's just go ahead and take this one. And yeah, this isn't terrible. And we'll have this one up here, a few more there in the middle. That upper one I might actually leave for now. I can get that later. What's going on here? There we go. I don't know quite what was happening with the physics, but we got it. We'll get these two and those two. Sorry about that. So I don't know how long the video is now because I had to cut it in the middle to do an IRL thing. So this may end up becoming 2 different episodes because I maybe get the load ready and then I can go deliver it in the next one. I should have strapped those down. Great demand at Feed and Grain South. That might be worth looking into, because if it's a great demand for one of the grains that we're not going to be using, that could be helpful. Although, now with the pigs, we pretty much what we pretty much can feed them almost anything we grow. Almost everything fits into either a grain or a protein that the pigs will eat. So, turns out pigs aren't picky about their food. This is definitely an involved job. I see why Daggerwin always time lapses this work, because it takes a long time to get everything lined up if you're trying to be perfect with it. I'm not, obviously, but he's a little more meticulous about his farm sim than I am. What a life, though, huh? Can you imagine having your literal job be playing this game? I think there would be a lot of days I would really love that, and there would be some days that I would think, what am I even doing here? Alrighty, let's get 2 of these. I don't really care which 2. Put on this side, and we'll go get 2 from that top part, and be all loaded up. Hope everybody's doing well. I have really been enjoying watching this farm take shape. We have a lot of things that were just a dream not that long ago, right? We were talking about how cool it would be to have cows and pigs and, you know, work all this land, and we've been able to do it. So I appreciate people staying with it, even when there have been some challenging episodes. You guys have been supportive, and there have been some really nice suggestions for equipment and things to include, and I appreciate that also. It depends sometimes on my recording schedule and what else is going on in life, whether I'm able to take time to add extra mods or do extra work. But I do really appreciate the engagement with the farm. Never did give this farm a name. Maybe we should do that. I just always call it the John Deere Farm on Backroads County, but backcountry roads, you know what. Whoa, did you see that? It totally morphed through the forks. Stuff like this is very frustrating for me. Like, I'm literally seconds away from strapping these down to haul them to sell, and I have one go through the tines. Now it's all wonky and crooked, and I'm gonna bump the ones across from it, but I need to scoot in there pretty close. Okay. So we want to strap that down. I guess, yeah, that's fine. Bring him over to the road. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bales staying home. That's probably good. We'll leave this guy over here on the road. We'll get him later. This 4020 is a very impressive machine. This is a lot of weight for what I would consider a medium-sized tractor, and it handles it. It handles it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is put this trailer here. I'm going to bring the tractor around. I think I can scoot that cheese just a little bit, and then I should be able to put those not that far down into there, cock it back a little bit, and get hooked back up over here. And I believe this is where we're going to leave it, and we'll take this off to sell at the beginning of the next episode. Get a little bit of cash into the farm, and hopefully we'll be able to make some progress as we keep building up the farm, keep making cheese and grains, and growing these piggies. Alright, thanks so much for watching. We'll check you in the next one. Bye for now.